Right then, this could be the end of the journey. We have just lost 3-1 to Manchester City after losing 3-2 away from home to Fulham, because of course we lost away from home. We did beat at home Brentford in a very, very convincing victory, but when you lose to City, you lose to Fulham, apparently it could be too much. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Newcastle United Let's Play. And my lord, I hope this isn't the last time I have to say this, but the board want to hold a meeting, and I have been looking through the board vision. It is required that we qualify for the Champions League. It's not an if or a maybe. We have to qualify for the Champions League, and as we look at the Premier League table, it is looking more and more difficult. I think it's going to be 15 points the gap to Arsenal in just 7 games, which is 5 games we have to win, 5 games they have to lose. So maybe this is it. This has not been the greatest introduction to FM for me this year, but if you watched the channel last year, you know I did the exact same thing with Manchester United, and eventually we had a very successful year on FM. So this might not be the worst thing to happen. It's a little bit embarrassing, however. So we are not happy with the current performance and are considering your position. Ignore the form, we're playing well. That'll eventually shine through. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt right now, but we need to see performances improve. We believe it's important to stay on good terms with you. Look, Yasir Al-Ramayan, I have got no idea how you're such a patient man, but I am so thankful that you are. I plan today to come back exactly at this point. We have got Chelsea away from home in a massive clash. We've got Sheffield United at home, which I'm hoping is going to be a nice victory, before Bournemouth away. And you know what, we might as well have that Arsenal away game as well. And then Friday, we can do the last 3 games of the season as we try and get European football and see if it's enough for the board. I am wary that I think as soon as we're not going to get European football, Champions League even, we'll just be sacked, which I am scared about. So we're keeping an eye on the performances around us, and I suppose we'll get into it, shall we? We've got Chelsea up next, away from home. Our away form is absolutely shocking. So this is going to be tough, but hopefully we can secure 3 points here today. Well, this game is most likely going to decide our season, regardless of sort of if we get sacked or not. If we do not win here today, I think Europe is potentially off the cards. Now, Ernesto Valverde is the brand new Chelsea manager, after I believe we got Pochettino sacked last time out. It's Robert Sanchez in goal, Reece James, Chalobah, Silva, Chilwell, Caicedo, Gallagher, Fernandes, Sterling, Mudryk and Kunku. We have gone with a very Newcastle side. Nick Pope, Trippier, Schär, Botman, Fran Garcia, Joe Linton and Bruno Guimaraes, Miguel Almiron, Anthony Gordon, Matthias Tell and Alex Isaac. The only signing from January that is in this team is going to be Fran Garcia to play on the left back, and to see if we can get some luck out wide. In that game against Man City, we were actually quite good. We tried to play a bit of a... We didn't want to sit back and invite too much pressure on, which I don't think is the thing to do on this game, because inviting pressure, we just seem to get absolutely battered. I think trying to be aggressive against the big sides does work better for us. We've seen it in the results against Liverpool, and the result against Chelsea earlier on in the season, that result against Spurs, I believe. So I do think this sort of aggressive style of play is certainly worth doing. It's just got to pay off today. Chilwell is darting down the left-hand side. He does find Mudryk into end zone, ball behind to Nkunku, and he has chipped us and scored in 1 minute and 45 seconds. To me, he looked offside. I'm not that worried, because I'm pretty sure he is offside. Now, the ref's got to do us a job, and he has. Good line, and you know, they have scored, but they cheated, so it doesn't matter if they scored. And now it's our turn to build out from the back. Fabian Schär into Joe Linton, back into Sven Botman, out to the left-hand side. Matthias Tell has lost the ball, and this is the adjacent highlight from them just scoring. So if they go and score now, then yes, we're a little bit disappointed. Reece James on the right hand side does find Conor Gallagher into Sterling. Matthias Tell does win the ball back, and maybe now is our chance. Anthony Gordon, Miguel Almiron, Alex Isaac, spin your man. Oh, I wouldn't have shot from there. He's hit the crossbar, which is a great effort, but from quite some distance, and maybe you should have taken it just a little bit closer. We're going to encourage the boys, because today we need to win. We need to be positive. We cannot be aggressive and angry. We need to believe in these lads. And Kunku with the free kick on the edge of the box is quite close, and he's taking quite some time to line it up as well. He does go for goal. He hits the post. The drop to Caicedo, and Pope secures the ball to his chest, and we keep things at 0-0, which is 15 minutes in. 2 very big chances for both sides. Chelsea back on the ball again. Gallagher back in to Trevor Chalobah. Great interception from Anthony Gordon, who's been a standout player this year for us. And again, just goes a little bit too... He shoots from too far out. He needs to take it that little bit closer, but goes from distance, and Robert Sanchez does save. We have a corner ball where Fran Garcia whips it in, and it's cleared. Or is it? It's bobbling about in the box. We're still on the possession here. Fran Garcia into Joe Linton. Gets it back stick to Tell. And it's going to be cleared eventually, I think. Botman's going to retain the possession for us. And maybe we're going to go back at him. Joe Linton back to Trippier. Back to Joe Linton. A ball behind? Not quite. Back to Trippier again. Retaining possession nicely, though, which is good to see. Let's just not give it away. Isaac has given it away. And it's a 3-on-3. Enzo Fernandez, he can find Nkunku, and he's through on goal, 1-on-1. Oh, he's hit the post again. We are living dangerously here against Chelsea. Very, very dangerously. That's going to be them pretty much for the highlight, surely. Gallagher wants to score. Oh my God, he's hit the side netting. Right, Caicedo into Chilwell. He's playing that inverted row, I believe, because he's cutting in quite a lot. Caicedo into James, into Gallagher. Good press in the middle, which I do like. I do like that aggressive pressing system. It does seem to work quite well against these big sides, as mentioned. We pushed it all the way back to Robert Sanchez, to Thiago Silva, into Chilwell, to Caicedo, to Gallagher. And again, pushed them back into the defence. We're very, very solid until there's a big ball down the line and Mudryk can get on it. And he cuts inside very well. No one's going to put a tackle in. Oh! And he scores to make it 1-0 Chelsea. We've been caught out on the wings yet again. Our defensive record has been shocking this season. And it all seems to come down the wings. Trippier, we said we would have taken 30 million for him. We still definitely would have. Just not good enough defensively at all this year. And Sterling's going to try and do us down the other wing as well. Cuts inside, beats Fran Garcia. And Fran Garcia brings him down for a certain penalty. There's been comments about how it's funny watching me look at our players that I've signed and be angry at them. It's not fun to play, I promise you. It's no penalty. Yes, Sterling, you outside the box. Diving bastard. That was a bit aggressive, I agree. Ball in back stick. Please don't score now. Good Lord, thank you. Definitely not a dive. Fran Garcia's definitely brought him down. But we were saved by centimetres. And if we can just get this in at half-time, 1-0 down, we can try and somehow think of something to try and get back into this game. We've not been good enough. We've not really created enough chances. This midfield is just so negative and rubbish. Tonali's injured as well, by the way. I'm not just not playing him. He is injured. And I just don't know what to do. We've tried having a new creative midfielder in there and it's not quite working. I'm going to move Miguel Aaron out to the right wing and get on Emil Smith-Rowe and Brian Zaragoza and just hope that they can do something off the bench. I think that's the worst thing at the moment, is we are just hoping players can do. We don't really have anything going for us other than hope that a player can pull something out the bag, like a Fran Garcia corner and a big meaty header. Oh, how's he saved it? He's not saved that one, but someone's offside. Who's offside? Tell me now, Isaac, if you were instructing the goalkeeper's view, we're fuming at you. Oh, I was instructing the view. Oh, it was Botman. I was as well. There's absolutely no doubt. Keeper can't see what's going on. Still 1-0. We did get a big meaty header like I asked, but it's now their chance to do the same thing. And Nkunku, get it clear, please. Stop it. Do not let him shoot. Do not let him shoot. Oh, it's too easy. He somehow dragged it wide. There's just 20 minutes to go, and Alex Isaac is absolutely battered up front, which just, I don't know what to do with that there, because what can I do if the striker has got no legs left in him? We've got Callum Wilson on the bench, who scored about as much goals as I have this year. Brahim Diaz can come on as well. I mean, there's no point in us having this ridiculous defensive midfield, really, is there, at this point in the season when we are down and out. I'm also going to try an inverted role here for Kieran Trippier and just see if he can do something over there as well, because we're going to have Diaz pressing up a little bit more. Why not try and cover it off with an inverted wing back? It sounds genius. It's not going to work, I'm fully aware. Cucurella and Thiago Silva playing a little bit of keep ball against us. We have dispossessed them and of course not scored, because why would we score if they make a mistake? If we make a mistake, it's a goal instantly. If they make a mistake, we cannot score. Classic FM. We are now on the ball though. Trippier into Brahim Diaz. Great ball out to Miguel Almiron. Just don't lose the ball. He has, but we've gained possession again. Smith-Rowe into Callum Wilson. Now is your time, Callum. Dan Burn, great ball down the line to Brian Zaragoza. Great ball to the back stick, and Miguel Almiron scores and makes it 1-0. I don't think I quite am reacting how big a goal that actually is, because 1-0 we can take. It's not the greatest result, but we can take it. We never know. Maybe now we've got the momentum, we can go and get a victory. There is 5 minutes to go, and there is a highlight. Thiago Silva into Chalobah. Thiago Silva, a ball out, Noni Madueke. who's going to cut inside and switch the play to Sterling. Caicedo's through. It's a great save from Nick Pope. They had to score that one. How they've not, I don't know. Madueke with a corner ball into the back stick. Dan Burn does beat Raheem Sterling in the air, thank God, and it has gone clear. Cucurella on the ball. That is it for that. I think we've still got to go for this. I don't think a draw actually does that much for us. We're going to underlap through the right, pass into space, get a high line going, and we're going to go attacking as well, which I never like doing because I don't think it ever does anything, but it's what we're going to do, and we're going to believe in the boys. Corner to Newcastle, Mickey Almiron. Oh, that was perfect for Dan Burn, but he doesn't win it. Brahim Diaz on the ball. Does get it in to Dan Burn. Back to Brahim Diaz. Brian Zaragoza. How has that not gone in? He's hit the crossbar. No. 3 minutes of added time left. Ah. It's a good point. But that so could have been a win. Brian Zaragoza with the chance at the end. Hits the crossbar, bounces the line, but doesn't quite go over it. And we get a point away from home against Chelsea. But we are certainly still lacking behind. 11 points now on Chelsea, which is too much. There's not really many easy games left either, so it does look tough for the rest of the season. We've got to win these next two against Sheffield United and Bournemouth. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. If we lose them, the league is gone. Right, this has to be a must-win, or I reckon we are gone. Nick Pope in goal, Livramento at right back, Harry Maguire, Sven Botman, Fran Garcia, Tonali and Bruno G, Almiron, Diaz, Zaragoza and Gordon leads the line as Isaac is absolutely battered and sadly cannot play this game. So Gordon up front over Callum Wilson is a big, big statement. He has been fantastic in training. I need him to show me why I put my faith in both him and Brian Zaragoza, because he also is brilliant. He's been fantastic since coming into the club, and he's lost the ball instantly there, which is fantastic. And if we lose Sheffield United, I'll be very embarrassed. Anthony Gordon's through and he scored. That is why Anthony Gordon starts up front. He's going to save my job. Anthony Gordon 1-0 in just 30 seconds. A poor back pass. Anthony Gordon's awake, he's alive, and he's straight through on goal and sticks it in the back of the net. What a player. He is going to save us. Right, Livramento into Tonali, back in the team today, just over Joe Linton. Harry Maguire has not been bad since coming into the club. Had the massive goal for Manchester United last night as I record this. Please, let's go ahead and do this. Garcia into Brian, into Brahim Diaz. The new signings link up like a dream. Fran Garcia, Brian Zaragoza, Brahim Diaz, the Spanish quartet have linked up. And we've scored again and we're 2-0 up. Now it is Sheffield United, but a big win here could be massive for morale. The Spanish trio to the left-hand side with some beautiful link-up play. And it's another goal for us, which is fantastic. It'll either just keep this up. It looks like the team that I think we might be able to potentially catch will be Spurs. It's a tall ask, but games in hand-wise, if we win today and we win our game in hand, we're only 7 points behind them with quite a few games to go, or 4 games to go. It's possible, okay? It's possible that we still get into Europe. If we don't get into Europe, we're definitely getting sacked. But we'll have to wait and see. Hamer on the ball, finds Davies to John Egan. Look at Gordon with the press up front. I love it. McAtee's got a lot of space there, though. He does find Baldock out on the right-hand side. Can we defend? He finds Davies. Nick Pope with a great save. And we keep things at 2-0. Going from Garcia right on half-time. Finds Maguire. Back to Garcia, to Botman, to Bruno G, to Tino Livramento, who's on the edge of coming off because of an injury. And he wins us a penalty. Thank you, Tino. You're going to come off at half-time, I reckon, because you're a little bit hurt, but he might have just got us to 3 points. Penalty has been awarded. Who's going to step up? It's Harry Maguire. Why is Harry Maguire taking the penalty? Do I even need to question it? I don't need to question it. Harry Maguire with the penalty for Newcastle makes it 3-0. And this should be 3 points. Slabhead, I love it. What a goal. That is half-time and a much more convincing game. So far, the draw against Chelsea, not bad. The win against Brentford before this episode, very good. A 3-1 loss to Man City isn't awful. we are on better form than we have been at points this season. That is for sure. It's just a shame we've left it this late, because it feels almost like it's going to be too little too late, even for our job. Mickey Almiron finds Livramento. Back to Almiron, not quite. Thomas with the interception into McAtee, into Ollie McBurney. Finds a great ball through to Ryan Brewster, who's one-on-one with Nick Pope and does slot it in. And it's a great goal from Ryan Brewster, his 10th of the season. We're going to be clever and just drop things back to balance and also bring on Trippier in right back for Livramento because of that injury, and hopefully we don't see too much more in the last half hour. But of course that's not the case, and for some reason it's not confirmed our changes. So Livramento with the throw in, he does find Botman back into Bruno G out the left hand side to Fran Garcia to Brian Zaragoza with a great ball to the back stick. And I'm telling you, Brian Zaragoza, if you guys don't know who this guy is, I don't either in real life. On FM, he's an absolute genius, and it's a good ball into Gordon, and Gordon scores again. Maybe we've found our striker. Maybe Anthony Gordon is going to stay the rest of the season down the middle. We're going to drop Alex Isak and we're going to look like a genius. That's not going to happen. But Gordon does stay in the side. He has been fantastic this season. 4-1, just 4 shots on target. Interesting that we have got a much higher goal percentage rate this game than usual, because normally we don't score from a million chances, but today an 100% conversion rate, a massive 3 points, a +3 on the goal difference, and to finish it off, a potential knee injury for Mickey Almiron, who's been brilliant this season as well. So not all is well. Of course they're going to have to put a dampener on it just at the end. This is going to be the end of the game regardless of what this highlight brings. That was the biggest jump I've ever seen from a centre-back ever on FM. Larouci, please let us have our +3 goal difference. I take +4. Trusty, trust me, you don't want to score. Fleck to Egan, to Norwood, to Trusty, to Davies. Good ball over the top to Cameron Archer, but Trippier is there. Nick Pope on the ball. I mean, is there any point in this highlight? It's probably going to be the end of the game anyway, isn't it? Fran Garcia, Brian Zaragoza loses the ball. Look, we don't need to see Sheffield United score. No one wants to see this. It's not good for anyone. Why? Why have you done that? You've been given us an injury and we've conceded in the last minute. FM, leave me alone. Let me have one game which I enjoy, please. We've won 4-2. Well done. Thank you. Look, focus on the positives. 3 points. We are within touching sort of distance. We're not in any touching distance, are we? We can still do it, I believe. Mickey Almiron's not going to help us. And Nick Pope's injured for the next 3 weeks for fractured finger. And Livramento, 5 to 8 days of a stub toe. Fantastic. They just had to put a dampener on it. This is by far the hardest FM I've ever played. Right then, you never guess what? It's a must-win game. Of course it is. We're away from home against Bournemouth. The team for ourselves is Lunin, Trippier, Maguire, Botman, Fran Garcia, Tonali, Diaz, Bruno Guimaraes, Gordon, Zaragoza and Isak back up front. This Bournemouth side is a decent side managed by Andoni Iraola, who I rate very, very highly in real life. So hopefully we can go out there and win today. I'm not quite sure where they are in the table. They're 13th and are quite safe. So hopefully a nothing game for them, a massive game for us. And the first highlight does fall to Bournemouth with Zabarani, the fantastic Ukraine centre-half on the ball. Finds Adam Smith out on the right-hand side. Dan Burn has come inside, or Fran Garcia even. Oh, it's a great ball. Lunin with a fantastic save. He has been training very, very well. I keep praising him for his training. And it's for times like this. And we need a goalkeeper to step up because Nick Pope is injured. He wasn't very good when he first came in for a Nick Pope injury. Hopefully this time is better. Already up to a 7 overall. And Brian Zaragoza has broke his foot straight away. Fantastic. Smith Rowe has also been brilliant in training recently. So I think that's the move. And we move ESR out onto the left-hand side. And hopefully we can beat Adam Smith. It shouldn't be that difficult, let's be honest. He's not the greatest right-back I've ever seen in the world. He is playing as a full-back. Quite defensive. Hopefully we can get at him. Fran Garcia with the throw-in into Brahim Diaz. Loses the ball straight away. Brilliant. Adam Smith on the ball. Zabarani on possession. Do not let him go down that line. Oh, if we could have won it back there, we were clear. Great challenge to Tonali. Maguire, Bruno G, Anthony Gordon. Fantastic counter-attack and play. Gordon, do not shoot. Great ball. Isak, you have to score that. Last game, 4 shots on target, 4 goals from 6 shots overall. Today already, 3 shots, 1 on target, 0.63 XG, 0 goals. Frustrating to say the least, especially when our actual striker is back up front. Let's encourage. We've got 8 minutes to go in this half. And around the grounds, Brighton are winning, which isn't good for us. Chelsea winning, not good for us. Corner for Traore. Oh my God, I thought that was going in. Just wide of the mark. Arsenal are losing, which is good, but I don't think it makes too much of a difference to us. I'm going to say I don't like what I've seen, and they're going to react well to it. Gordon is playing very well. Again, I am tempted to move him back up front. Traore with the free kick, the corner even whipped in. Botman does clear, but it does fall to Bournemouth, and Philip Billing is open on the edge of the box for an easy chance to put it home for 1-0 to Bournemouth. Fantastic. Exactly what... You know what? I've actually had enough about Isaac. He's been not very good recently, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the change. Isaac, you're coming off. Matthias Tell, you're coming on. Anthony Gordon down the middle worked a dream last game. Hopefully he can work a dream today as well. And sadly, we're at that point again where absolutely nothing is happening in this game. With just not long to go at all. Harvey Barnes is going to come out on that right wing. Just 18 minutes to go. We've seen nothing in quite a while. Long ball forward to Bournemouth does end with us on possession again. Lunin, can we relax, get this ball down and play out from the back? Please don't go long. Thank you. Harry Maguire keeps the ball and finds Sven Botman. Out wide to the left back maybe. We have gone for a nice wing play. Fran Garcia, drive down the line. We've got you overlapping. If we can see some wing play, because they're playing complete wing back on the other side, wing back on this side now. We've made a little change. Gordon finds Barnes. Barnes finds Gordon. Gordon. Oh, that had to go in. And he's put it just wide. I asked myself, would Alex Isaac put that in the back of the net? The answer is most likely yes. Fran Garcia with a throw-in to Gordon. Back to Garcia. To Maguire. To Garcia down the left-hand side. Please beat him. Tonali. Joe Linton spin. Shoot. Oh, let's go, Joe Linton. A fantastic finish into the top corner. And we need to get a victory. A draw does nothing for us. I need to stop going for draws. We're going to go attacking and we're going to encourage and keep doing what we're doing because we are on top. 5 minutes to go. Fran Garcia whips it in. Oh, Anthony Gordon wins it, but he heads it over the bar. And with just a few minutes to go, we are seeing another highlight. Trippier to Smith Rowe. Trips back to Maguire. Does a little flick. Finds Sven Botman into Joe Linton. Beats Philip Billing. Puts it out wide to Tell. Aarons does retain possession and fires it down the line, and Fran Garcia does well. Aarons is there again, and they're down the line, and Brooks is gone. David Brooks on that left foot. Oh, it's 2-1, and we're going to get sacked. No. Oh, David Brooks does very well. It's a fantastic composure when he scores, and I think you guys would agree we had to go attacking. 9 minutes added on. 5 minutes left. 4 minutes left. I'm just watching the clock and watching my job go. Please, retain the ball. Harvey Barnes, run. Run. Maguire, run. Please, Anthony Gordon. Oh, it's wide of the mark. 1 minute left and no goal. That's it, isn't it? That's it, isn't it? Send the assistant. Ta-ra. Yep. Board request the meeting. It's been an absolute blast. But I think this is it. I've been really unlucky with injuries. It's not wrong, is it? We've had a hard fixture list. We haven't. Stick to plan and everything work out fine. How have we got our job? Yassir Amrian, you are the GOAT. Maybe it's a bug and you can't get sacked because we are now an F on board. Away to Arsenal up next. Aboard. Oh, meetings galore, look. Hello, Amanda. Are you as nice? Oh, look, they love it. We'll get there next time. Let's go, guys. And hello, fans. Oh, the fans are not happy. We've got a terrible one of injuries, I'm not sure. We've had a tough run of fixtures. The fans are always demanding. It's my first managerial job. I don't think that's the right thing to say. I think it matters with the fans that speak. I'd like to point out we've had a favourable First managerial job. We're prepared to give you more time to prove yourself, but we want to know how you want to improve. What do we do? We do have problems. I need some more fun. We do have problems, but they can be solved quickly. Things haven't gone well so far to give me until the end of the season. I can't say that. I can't promise anything. Things didn't go to plan this season, but I hope you adopt the approach. We're going to stand a bit. Match next season will be better. Oh, we've got a job next season. I think we've got a job next season. We'll forget about this season, but we want to see improvements next season. What a board we have here at Newcastle. We're going to finish this episode. We're not going to show you the game against Arsenal because I don't think it matters. The youth recruitment was absolutely shocking. Our youth candidates were horrendous. We had literally no one. This one guy, Jonah Madu, who with the face pack that I've got, he's apparently real. He's not real, don't worry. I don't know who that guy is, but you are now Jonah Madu. Not good enough, to be honest. And the youth just wasn't there, and it is what it is. I don't know how we've got a job. I really don't. I'm going to come back for Everton and Crystal Palace because these next two games are pointless. We're not going to get Europe. It is what it is. I hope you guys have enjoyed another chaotic episode of the Newcastle career. Make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel for hopefully season 2. And this weekend's going to be fun. We're going to have lots of videos coming out, so smash the support. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.